inshallah, Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. I'm Jehu, you know what I mean? Of the trees of righteousness. With my brethren out here, you know what I mean? And we just want to bring it out. Hopefully we can bid some of the sheep to the marriage, you know?
That's right.
So I want to start, like you said, King, I like when you said, you know, we need to show our people who they are, and we also need to show them who the enemies are.
That's right.
Who are the enemies of the Most High God? We got several scriptures we can go to.
I go Psalms 83.
Psalms 83, give me Numbers chapter 24, verse number, start at 7 by the shot.
Let's bring it up. Okay.
So, yeah, you can get yours first, guys.
All right, the book of Psalms, chapter 83, we'll start at the top.
Right?
And the book of Psalms 83 at the top. I keep not thy silence, O God, and hold not thy peace.
Right.
And be not still, O God, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they hate thee, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head.
So the psalmist is saying, I think this is David, I believe. Is that David?
You gotta say Asaph.
Asaph. We said that the other day.
Yeah,
Asaph. Asaph is saying that the Lord has enemies. The Lord has enemies. People think that the Lord loves everybody on the planet.
That's right.
Well, even if that was so, the Bible is saying that the Lord has enemies.
That's right.
How you doing, King? Hey, yo, can I show you something real quick, guys? The Lord has enemies in the Bible, right?
That's right.
And Asaph is about to let us know who the enemies of the Lord are. Who are the enemies of the Lord? Let's see, King.
Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people
Uh-huh.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Whoever the enemies of the Lord is, they took crafty counsel against his hidden ones, right? They subtle. Hey, how you doing, God?
Hey, listen, can you listen to this Bible verse right quick? You got a
Can I
cross
show
on
you
your
something
neck.
real
You
quick,
can't listen to the Bible.
We underestimate somebody that like
King, 30 seconds. I can't give you about one Bible verse, God. There you
Oh,
go,
great.
God.
Get that brother here. Get
There
that
you
brother
go.
here,
There you
man.
go.
Okay.
Hey, we brought you in, King.
Okay, look.
not really, but
Well, we appreciate you.
I'm
We appreciate you.
I'm a man of the
Well, if you are, I'm glad
I'll
you
praise.
listen. Listen, this we showing. Did you know that the Lord has enemies? Did y'all know that? What nationality are you, God? Your dad. A black man, right? In the Bible, the so-called black man would be from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
Right? And we can prove that you would be a Jew according to the Bible. I know you done heard what Kanye West had said. You seem like a hip-hop head. You know what I mean?
Kanye on some other shit.
He
Everybody
crazy as hell.
Everybody got different views.
You're right. But the Bible proves that we are the Jews. I'm gonna skip that. Oh, hold on. We're gonna get to that in a second. I'm gonna show this king that the Lord has enemies. Most people don't know that. Keep on going, guys.
This is verse 4. They have, I started 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
The Lord's enemies took crafty counsel against his hidden ones. His people. His people are hidden. Come on.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
What people can you think of are a people, but they don't got a nation? They're not from a nation. Can you think of anybody anywhere that don't really have a nation?
I'm saying Jews.
Jews, what kind of Jews?
I said you want to say.
I don't want to say.
I'm not saying you.
Yeah. I'm not coming with the. I'm just trying to get you to think like, you know what I mean? Logic. Right. Who calls himself a color that doesn't go back to an actual place? White people. White people can tell you they come from Spain or Switzerland. How y'all doing, sisters? Hey, can I show y'all something in the Bible real quick?
No, thank you.
It's all good. Hey, white people can tell you they come from Spain or Switzerland or something like that, right? But the so-called black man, he say he just come from a continent, but he don't know where, right? We the only people that don't got nobody to represent us. Even the so-called white man can say, hey, I'm American, and another white man can say, I represent the Americans. But the black man, he don't got nobody to represent us. Nobody. Jay-Z, who we got to represent us, right? Check this out, King.
That the name of Israel may be in no more remembrance. And they have consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against it.
Everybody got together and they're confederate against God's chosen people. You go to any nation, they'll call you a nigger. Any nation, they're gonna call you a nigger. Everybody's against the so-called black man. Come on. Yeah, keep on.
The tabernacles of Edom, Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes.
So let me stop there. Do you know who Edom is? Do you know who the Ishmaelites are? Do you know who the Moabites are? They're naming off God's enemies, right? Literally, verse 1 says God has enemies. It's naming off the enemies. So if you don't know who God's enemies are, how are you going to be able to navigate in life? You know what I mean? We're going to show you who God's enemies are because it already named them, right? Look on here, King. It said the tabernacles of Edom. Edom, we already got it spelled out for you, God. What that say? Hold up. Edom, what that say? The so-called white man. The Bible says the so-called white man is God's enemy. Moab. Moab is, where's Moab? Moab, the Chinese.
That's right.
Right? These are the biblical names, and these are the people who they are today. They have been, everybody, they mix it up so you don't know who God's enemies are. Give me that Numbers 24 and 7. Here we go.
We got to run.
You got a room?
Yeah, we really do.
Let me put one cherry on the top. It's right here, King. Right here. Real quick.
And thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time. man. We appreciate it. We appreciate
This
it.
what nationality is your dad?
Okay.
Black man too. So you from the tribe of Judah too.
This is for you too.
There you go. 21, 24.
Most times dealing with y'all right now. He wants y'all to know this information. He wants y'all to know this.
24 and 7. Bring it
Numbers
out.
24 and 7.
Bring it out.
He shall pour the water out of his buckets, and his seed shall be in many waters,
His seed is in many waters. Jacob. The Israelites are in many different places. Come on, wake him up.
and his king shall be higher than Agag.
Right. Christ is going to be higher than Agag. Come on.
And his kingdom shall be exalted.
Right. And the next verse is the point.
Verse 8. God brought him forth out of Egypt.
That's right.
He had as it were in the strength of a unicorn.
He has, as it were, the strength of a unicorn. He got us out of slavery the first time. He going to do it again. We're in slavery. This is the next one verse is the point.
He shall eat up the nations, his enemies.
Who?
His enemies.
Who?
His enemies.
Who's his enemies again? Read that one more time.
He shall eat up the nations who were his enemies.
The nations are God's enemies.
That's right.
Every other nation outside of Israel are the enemies of God. Every other nation, King, according to the Bible, right? Every other nation. Everybody's against the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American nation, right? Because we are the true children of God.
That's
Only
right.
us.
That's right.
Only us.
That's right.
And only we can be adopted back because we went off. So we're trying to bid you back to the wedding, King. You know what I mean? We're going about as Gentiles, as just Americans or whoever we are.
Wake 'em up.
Just like Paul, we're here to remind you that you're not a Gentile. You're really an Israelite.
That's right.
That's what Paul was doing. He wasn't talking to random white folk telling them, hey, believe on Jesus. All you got to do is, he wasn't doing that.
That's right.
He was waking up his people that were amongst the Gentiles, and they killed him for it. They cut his head off. They did the same thing to Peter and Christ.
That's right.
The Romans are the so-called white man, the Italians. They killed Christ, they killed Peter, they killed Paul. Then they gave you the Bible. Then they gave you Christianity with that cross.
Yeah, I'm really about to get into that.
That
I know they
cross
gotta go.
is that's an
I know
abomination.
they gotta
King.
go.
What's your name, dog?
Matthew.
Nice
Matthew.
to meet you. Man, you got
Biblical
biblical
name.
name. You got biblical name,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. Nice to meet you.
Nice
dog.
to meet you, Chris.
Hey, remember you an Israelite
Hey,
according to the Bible, King.
keep the law of God. Check into it. Check into it.
All praise to the Most High Power. Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Come.
It's rapid fire out here, bro.
Man, yeah. I'm used
Rapid
to it
fire.
too. Bring
Bring
it
your
down.
preset. Bring your preset down. Nah, he got something. Oh, he got something. Bring it out.
Isaiah 1 and 3.
Right.
The ox knoweth his owner. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
That's right.
But Israel doth not know his
Do not know.
do not know.
That's right.
My people doeth not consider.
That's right.
Con. Israel don't know that they Israel.
Wake 'em up.
Israel don't know that they Israel, and God's people don't even consider that they are the children of God.
That's right.
They think that they just, the lowest people on the totem pole. You know what I mean? We just think that we are captives and servants and slaves in this place. We are the children of the Most High God, King. We are. Con. Shalom. Hey, remember you were Israelite, keep the commandments of God.
That's right.
We are the children of the Most High God. That's why we're so special, so important. None of these nations can operate without the children of the Most High God.
Exactly.
We help create the railroad system and navigation systems. You know what I mean? All these different things that make these countries and these different places go. Go ahead, King.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14.
Yeah.
Is Israel a servant? Is Israel a homeborn slave?
Con.
Why is he spoiled?
Jeremiah is asking a rhetorical question. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? He said, is my people, are we just created to be servants? Are we created to be slaves? You know what I mean? Jeremiah's fed up with it. They called him the weeping prophet. He got a whole book of lamentation, meaning woe.
That's right.
A whole book. He's totally fed up with his people being destroyed. And it ain't because the other nations are better than us. It's because we put ourselves in these positions.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We sold ourselves to the nations,
That's right.
according to the Bible, right?
That's right.
Because we went away from the laws of our God.
That's right.
And he's only our God.
That's right.
He's only the Negro, Hispanic, and Native Americans God.
That's right.
So that's what we out here for, the sheep.